Hey, it's Thursday, my favorite day of the week. I hope yours too, because we get to do chocolate together. I'm so excited to tell you about this one because this is one of my current favorite chocolates right now. I'm a big fan of what these ladies are doing. So today we are going to be talking about this brand, 57 Chocolate, out of Africa, Ghana to be specific. In case you didn't know, over 70% of the world's cocoa beans are produced in West Africa, mostly in Ghana and the Ivory Coast. That is not where most of the world's chocolate is produced. And that is kind of the thing that's behind this company. So 57 Chocolate was started by two sisters, Priscilla and Kimberly Addison, in Accra, Ghana. It's kind of fuzzy to me. They got the idea in 2014-ish to start it, and then I don't think they actually launched product until around 2016. So a few years figuring stuff out in there. So Kimberly and Priscilla describe themselves as Pan-African because they've lived in quite a few places. They went to school in the US, they've lived in Ivory Coast, Senegal, and Switzerland was the last place they were from. So Priscilla has a marketing and communications background. Kimberly has a bachelor's in French language and French literature. So they were actually both working in Switzerland in 2014-ish. Before then, they were both working in Switzerland in international development, and they were starting to feel, Kimberly in particular was starting to feel a little bit restless in her office job. And so she started talking to her dad about entrepreneurship and businesses, and her dad said, when we retire, we're going to move back to Ghana, and you girls should think about coming back with us and setting up a business. And she said, okay, when you retire, I will resign and move back to Ghana and start working on a business. Had no idea what that business would be at the time. Her dad retired sooner than she thought, and they still had no business plan. Providentially, she was asked to go with a group of friends. Kimberly was asked to go with a group of friends from church to tour one of the largest chocolate factories in Switzerland. And on this tour, she was reminded or discovered that cocoa beans that they were using in the Swiss factory come from Ghana, but they're not making chocolate in Ghana with them. And so this kind of sparked an idea in her head. And then she had to get her sister on board. So she had to get Priscilla on board. From what I can tell, it wasn't a hard sell. Priscilla always wanted to move back and always wanted to start a business. So they wanted to kind of shift the perception from Ghana being a place where they grow the beans and that's it, and Switzerland being where they make the fancy chocolate. They didn't want Ghana to be thought of as cheap products or cheap chocolate, and Swiss chocolate fancy. So they wanted to kind of flip that or bring Ghana back up to the standard. I'd say flip it. Their chocolate is no better than anybody else in the world. So when they actually moved back to Ghana, they went to the grocery store and they did a little market research and looked around and saw that, yes, all of the chocolate bars being sold in the grocery stores in Ghana were produced outside of Ghana, somewhere outside other than Ghana. So the sisters thought to themselves, well, okay, let's do this. Let's make some chocolate. So like I said, neither one of them has a culinary background. Neither one of them has a food background. They were working in international development. They're entirely self-taught. They researched, they did training, they had mentors. They started in their kitchen, learning as they go. They went from one room operation to now they say it's about 6 or 7 rooms. They've hired some staff, mostly women that they've hired. They want to support women as well. and they've recently completed some renovations that are going to allow them to scale up even more. And also, I feel like just in this past year or so, they've also kind of branched out to the international market. They're starting shipping internationally more, and I'm seeing more people, more stockists carrying them and that sort of thing. So I'm excited to taste these because one of these bars, this one right here, is currently one of my super duper favorites of all time. The Bissap bar, I'll tell you about that one. Let's flip the camera around, or maybe I'll tell you a little bit right now. So the name 57 Chocolate, actually, and the picture on this one, 57 Chocolate, it comes from the year 1957. And that was the year that Ghana gained its independence from colonial Britain. So, and they were led by this gentleman, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. I hope I said that right. Ghana was, I think, the first nation in Africa to break out of, to gain their independence from colonial countries. And this man was the first prime minister. He was kind of the leader in the Gold Coast area of gaining independence. At the time, they really focused on, their motto was can-do spirit, a focus on making goods and manufacturing, whereas now that manufacturing is kind of fallen by the wayside and it's all about importing into Ghana. So that's kind of, you have to have manufacturing. So one of the drivers behind their business was they wanted to encourage development in Africa and self-sufficiency in Ghana and across the whole continent of Africa. They wanted to add value to the resources that they have in Ghana, growing cocoa beans being one of them, and show everybody that yes, Ghana, to overcome the stigma that Ghana makes cheap products, that we can make high value quality products in Ghana. And another thing they wanted to address was there's a youth unemployment crisis in Ghana, and they wanted to keep the young people of Ghana on the continent and working, give them something valuable to do and realize their potential in the country itself so that they didn't have to leave. All right, so now I'm going to flip the camera around and we can take a look at their chocolate. I'm excited. I really am. I love this company. Okay. All right, so let's tell you a little bit more about this one. So I talked a little bit about this. One of the things that the sisters also like to support is they want to highlight Ghanaian art, culture, and flavors. So it's all handmade, all hand sorted, oven roasted, made in a manual. They manually crush it. They use a winnowing method that involves a sieve that's normally done to sort maize in Ghana. There's no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives. Oh, what else can I tell you? Okay, so let's talk about this one. This is one of their best sellers, the Mocha Latte. This one here. I'm not going to try that one today. These are all so good. I really do like all of these bars. They have such a great lineup. Let's tell you about, so there's not much to tell you about dark and sea salt. That one's pretty self-explanatory. Let's tell you about what Bissap is. Bissap, this is one of my current favorites. Bissap is, it's a hibiscus-based drink that the girls grew up drinking in Senegal, where their mom would make it by steeping huge amounts of hibiscus leaves with cloves and sugar and vanilla, ginger and pineapple juice, and they called it Africa's Kool-Aid. So it has a very unique flavor to it. It was called Bissap in Senegal. In Ghana, I think it's called Sobolo. In the Caribbean, it might be called Sorrel, I think. I think that's what I heard. So I'm still debating if I want to open that one or not. I might do the milk chocolate one. I might do the Bissap. I don't know. Okay, so they have another one. They have a Moringa Bar that comes from a tree with medicinal properties that is high in vitamin C and iron that I don't have. They have this milk chocolate, and then I want to show you these ones too. I love these little squares. These are amazing. So these little squares that they make. All right, let me show you. So they're different. They're different flavors. Okay. So each one has what's called an adinkra symbol. And these are symbols that were created by the Akan people of Ghana. The ladies currently use 12 of them, but there's over 120. So they're hoping to get up to the 120 number. Okay, this is the Bissap. Okay, so we've got the milk, the Mocha Latte. You can see the beautiful colors there. This one is the dark. This one is the Bissap. And I don't have, this one is the Moringa and white chocolates. So Kimberly's favorite adinkra symbol is the fern, sorry. Can you see this? The Aya fern, which is a symbol of endurance and resourcefulness. And I don't have one of the comb in my chocolate, but the comb, Duafe, is Priscilla's favorite, and it means femininity and beauty. So how fun, right? This one is charisma and the circle one is charisma and leadership. I do have the turtle. It's not a turtle. I keep calling it that because it looks like the Hawaiian petroglyph for a turtle, but it's actually a crocodile, and it's a symbol of adaptability. And then which other one do I have here? I have this one, which is, I think it's the Fuahudi, which is a symbol of freedom and emancipation. So how cool is that? That they can combine having the different flavors together and the history and culture of the Ghanaian people. So that's really cool. I love these little adinkra squares. I'm so reluctant to open them because if I open them, then they go away. So I think today I'm going to open this milk chocolate, which is a 55% cocoa. All the cocoa beans come from Ghana, and it's made in Ghana, so it's what you would call a made at origin bar. Let's take a look at the back here. So the ingredients are cocoa beans, sugar, cocoa butter, and milk powder. No artificial flavors, colors, or preservatives. It's nice that they've got the manufacture date and then the best by date. Ooh, I managed to get a nice fresh batch. And of course, they're manufactured in Ghana. So very awesome. Let's open this up and see what we get. Bright red. Cool. Okay, so at 57 chocolate, we take dried cocoa beans. Yep. Oh, and then it just talks about Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and what he did. He was also one of the, as far as I know, he was a strong advocate for Pan-Africanism as well. So there's that. Let's open up the bar and take a look. They started, like I said, in one kitchen, like a lot of chocolate makers do. What's a nice looking bar. Okay. So it looks like it's tempered well. Got a little bit of a shine to it, but not too much. Might have some fingerprints on there. But let's see if we can hear a nice snap. Good snap for our milk. The milk powder makes the snap a little bit less crisp, but it's got a good snap. It smells nice. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to warm it up with my thumb to release the volatile compounds, and then we'll check the aroma and then we'll give it a taste. All right, so when I taste this, or when I smell it, get a nice fudgy brownie smell, a little bit of caramel, and when you taste it, it's lovely. It's not too sweet, it's not bitter at all. Nice dark chocolate flavor, a little bit of a dark roasted bean kind of flavor, and maybe even a little bit of vanilla in there too, although they haven't added vanilla. So yum, just a nice dark milk bar. You guys, I can't have this sitting in front of me and not open it. If anything, I want you guys to just see it. So let's open this Bissap bar. If you've ever had like hibiscus or hibiscus tea, what does this say? Oh, okay. This is about the artwork on the front cover. Like I said, they like to use local artists and women. So you can actually buy these baskets that they've depicted on the front here. Not from 57 Chocolate, but from the co-op that the women are in. So we've got a nice sticker, nice foils. So I don't know if this is picking up on the camera. Let's hold it next to can you see the color difference here between the milk and the Bissap? It's a little bit of a rosy brown kind of color. Oh, my fingers are hot. It's melting it. Looks nice. It's a good bar. Looks like it's nicely molded. It's a white chocolate base, so it's a little bit of a soft snap, and that's okay because it's white chocolate. That's what you would expect. Oh, but it smells so good. So, yeah, I'm gonna smell this and then taste it, and I'll come back and tell you what I got. So when I taste this one, it's lovely hibiscus flavor. Nice smell. The hibiscus has a cranberry sort of flavor to it. I also think I can taste cloves in there, a little bit of vanilla probably, but the cranberry is really, the hibiscus comes through really strong with the cranberry flavor, and it's nice, and I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so I'm gonna pop this last piece in my mouth, and then I'm gonna flip the camera around and we'll finish up. So that's 57 Chocolate. I think Priscilla and Kimberly are on their way to doing what they set out to do. They're proof that they can turn concept into reality of taking Ghanaian beans and removing that stigma of cheap African product and making good luxury chocolate from Ghanaian beans. So I think they've hit that one. They're really on the way to that goal. And I know they have a motto saying starting local and going global. I know that they're working on that, and I wish them all the best of luck with that. So that's 57 Chocolate. I would love to hear what you guys think. If you have any thoughts about made at origin goods or Pan-Africanism or 57 Chocolate, you've had it, you love it, let me know down in the comments, and make sure to like this video. And if you want to hang out with me and talk chocolate every Thursday, make sure you subscribe, because we'll do a new chocolate maker or a new chocolate bar every Thursday. We'll see you then.